Hello, it's been a while since I made a video like this. I made a ranked video before, but I deleted it because I left the community of the game and I didn't want to be reminded of the toxic community I was in. So much has happened since I last posted and I wanted to bring back a ranked video, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to rank how fun each Dead by Daylight killer is. I'm only making this to celebrate the release of the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter that's coming up on June the 17th. Keep in mind that this is only my opinion, and I will only be doing 19 killers since I only own 19 killers at the moment. But when I get more, then I will do an update video. With that said, let us continue. At number 19 is the nurse. This killer is not that fun, and she is outfunned by other killers, for example, the hillbilly and the nemesis. And I barely play as her. She feels so slow, and the blink is not that good in my opinion. I am very sorry for the nurse mains out there, but for me, the nurse isn't that fun in my opinion. At number 18, I have the Wraith. He's not so fun, but he is a good, easy character to play as for anyone who wants to start playing the game, but he can be detected even if he is invisible. I just feel like he's that boring to play as, to be honest. At number 17 is the good guy. One of the first killers to be third person, and he is not that fun to play as, but if used correctly, could be fun, but I'll have to have him at number 17. I just don't like how he misses his shots when, hitting people, but still, he's not that fun for me. And at number 16 is the Demogorgon. Demo is not that fun to play as, and you have to be smart as this killer. But I feel like he should have at least 5 portals instead of 4. The only creature he is outfunned by is the Xenomorph and the Nemesis. And at number 15 is the Doctor. He is kind of fun to play as if he has strong perks and used properly. I had some fun playing as this killer, and his power is fun to use, but he's just outfunned by the other killers on this list. At number 14 is the Cannibal. Although I killed 3 survivors as this killer in this match that you're seeing right now, he didn't feel fun to play as, but he is better than the other killers that I ranked so far. Moving on to number 13. At number 13 is the Nightmare. Before the rework, he was fun, but after the rework, he was just fun. I like how you can teleport to the survivor when they step onto your dream snare, and you can place fake pallets on the ones you broke, but I'm just so used to the old Freddy. Anyways, let's go on to one of my favorite killers. At number 12 is the Deathslinger. The Deathslinger is very fun. You have to have good aim to play as this killer well, so if you are a Call of Duty player and want to try Dead by Daylight, then this is the killer for you, but overall, he is just outfunned by others. At number 11 is the Hag. She was very fun to play as, and it was more fun to place the traps. I feel like placing traps is more fun than just pursuing the survivor, and I would recommend for others to play as if they are wanting to have fun. At number 10 is the Hillbilly. He is more fun than the Cannibal with his chainsaw rush, but I feel like it is more used as a mobility than a one-shot weapon, but he is still fun. At number 9 is the Trapper. He is a perfect first killer and is so cool to see a survivor step onto his trap during a chase. He is basic, and that's what makes him fun in my opinion. I just love basic killers with basic powers because I feel like that's more fun to do. Anyways, moving on. At number 8 is the Huntress. She was by far so fun to play as. It was super satisfying to hit the survivor with the hatchet, especially with trick shots. The only downside with her is that you have to have good aim, and she's outfunned by others. And on a side note, her lullaby gets very annoying. At number 7 is the Xenomorph. Originally, this killer was supposed to be lower, but when playing as him, I was fun. The Xenomorph is way more fun than the Demogorgon and even outfuns it. The Xeno makes me feel like a savage when playing as it. And that's what a killer, like a creature like this, should do. Anyways, moving on. At number 6 is the Executioner. He is somewhat fun to play as, in my opinion. You just have to be good as him, but it's really satisfying to hit them with your power. You just have to be precise with your aim. And overall, you just need to know when to use the Rise of Judgment. Anyways, we are moving to the top 5. Now, this list of top 5 is what I deem one of the most fun killers, to play as. At number 5 is the Ghostface. Ghostface is fun to play as, but I believe that his power for me was somewhat useless, as I can just chase them. But he is fun to play as. He is just outfun by the shape. Moving on to number 4. At number 4 is the Nemesis, an iconic video game horror character. He is fun to play as, especially when zombies are on your side. You have to have godlike aim with the tentacle strike, but when you hit a survivor, it is satisfying. What is super satisfying is if you run the survivor into a zombie. Anyways, moving to number 3, one of my most favorite slashers. At number 3, I have the Shape. He is a basic killer with a basic power, which in my opinion makes him fun to play as. And if having good perks, you can scare streamers with him. And he's one of the first licensed killers to ever come to Dead by Daylight. Anyways, moving on to number 2. At number 2 is the Unknown. It is so much fun to shoot the survivors with your goo. And not only that, when another you spawn around the map, you can get around the map more quickly, even surprising them. Now to number 1, which is the killer that I had the most fun to play as. And at number 1, in my opinion, one of the most fun killers to play as is the Singularity. I love to use the cameras to surprise the survivors, and if used correctly, then you can dominate the servers. If I was to not go against this killer, I would have never thought this killer would be fun to play as. Anyways, that has been my top 19 killers ranked by how fun they are. And I might do a similar video, but with Marvel Rivals, by doing each class: Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist. Anyways, please support me as I worked really hard to make this video for you guys. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.